with legacy families. Can you explain this to us?
Why is it that some families come to me and they're fighting, the money has been depleted, they're consumptive, and basically the wealth that's been bestowed on them has evaporated, and they're arguing about business and financial matters. So that's the negative way to look at it. And then the other way to look at the question of what is a legacy family, which maybe answers the question, is who are these families that are second, third, and fourth generation that have been able to stay together. There's some common fabric of values that is sort of like an adhesive that has kept them together. Their businesses are flourishing. They're philanthropic, and they're really thinking through what they want to look like 100 years out.
What common traits do these legacy families that thrive? What are some of the common threads?
These families look at their balance sheet not in terms of how wealthy they are. Their balance sheet is their family members, and that leads to what their capital is. It's intellectual, and they use that to grow. So it's not just how much hundreds of millions they have. They're looking at it from their people, their family.
Shared vision, mission statement, governance.
They have taken the strategy and ingrained it into what you and I know of mission and purpose. There is none of these legacy families that have not carefully thought through what is the purpose of staying together? Why work so hard at this? What's the money for? What's the business for?
And what about families? What about family members or minority shareholders, for instance? I've seen that in families where they just want to cash out. They say, no, this isn't for me. I want to go my own way.
That's a perceptive question. What makes that important to understand is there's a process that's referred to in our industry as pruning. How to let these family members out where we're not demonizing them, and whatever their interest is, we try to give it to them. And what makes it, of course, very complex is the fact that most of these families that you and I deal with, there's family business interests that are illiquid, they're non-voting, and everybody feels that they have something that's of more value than what it is on the balance sheet. Mm-hmm. So getting them the value for something in a way that's transparent to them is very important. And I find it's directly proportional to the reduction of family conflict later.
Roy, what's another common characteristic or trait of a legacy family that you're seeing?
One of the other common denominators that actually in my world is in every family is they're very generous. And what I mean by that is they have a deep commitment to philanthropic interests. And somebody in a prior generation has sent a message that they're giving a lot of their capital, which is hard-earned, and they're putting it into their private foundation, mostly. That it's not flowing to the heirs to live a better life. They're not going to be consumptive with that wealth. Now they're stewards of something that has to go back to society, and they want to be impactful. These next generations are thinking through things that the first generation never heard of. What is impact investing? How do we really make a difference?
Roy, what is another characteristic of a legacy family? What's another common thread?
They hire the right professionals, people who are schooled in this area in legacy planning, not just estate planning, but real legacy planning, and they work hard at it. Their success is directly proportional to the effort put in.